breathe deeply in and out of your nose. And can you hear the quality and the sound of your breath travel in and out of your nose? I'm going to work on our Ujjayi breath. So let your belly press down towards the earth, expand through the ribs, let the ribs widen to breathe in. And on your exhale, back out through your nose, like you're fogging up a pane of glass in front of you with your nostril breath. A little constriction of the belly towards the spine. Breathing in and out, nice, slow breaths. And breathing in a little bit of space, maybe some freedom into the body. And just exhaling out any leftover stagnant hot air, if you have it. Any tension. You start to see if while you constrict the back of your throat and build your Ujjayi breath, if you can soften your body, let yourself kind of find some peace. And just a few more breaths like this, taking your time. And see if you can even slow down a little bit more as you inhale and exhale, but constrict and contract your breath. Fire it up so you can hear it audibly in the throat. And taking your last breath in through your nose right here as you're ready. And at this time, open your lips, sigh the breath out through your mouth. Do one more like that, big, full, slow breath in. And open mouth, sigh your breath out. When you're ready, widen your fingers and inhale, press into your palms, rise up to your tabletop, up to all fours. And really just think of a long spine from the tail to the crown. So a little tuck of your chin, really reaching the ears, the crown of your head, the backs of your eyes forward. And feel your navel snap up towards your spine. Find some cats and cows as you inhale, drip the belly down just slightly and go ahead and reach up at the tailbone and the head. And on your exhale, press through your palms and your shins, round your back towards the sky. Chin tucked slightly to really stretch the back of your neck. And then reverse that with your inhale, stretching open, really stretching the back and the front line. And on your exhale, rounding, stretching the neck between the shoulders, even the quads a little bit as you press your shins down. A few more rounds on your own. When you move into cow pose with your inhale, make sure you're not throwing the back of your head and your neck up. So you keep the neck really nice and long and neutral. That slight tuck of the chin still gaze soft past your nose. We just don't want to really throw an over arch, over animate with some crazy stretch in the throat. And take one more round of breath in. And one more cat pose, back rounds, breath out. And come into your tabletop pose, resetting up that neutral spine. So your shoulders are over your wrists and your hips are over your knees. Go ahead and tuck your toes and just stay right here for a moment and press your feet into the ground. You're really not moving the rest of your body too much. Just stretch the soles of your feet. It might seem or look silly on me, but hopefully it feels good on you, that stretch of the soles of the feet. Nice, and then just pause, take a breath in. Now on your exhale, downward facing dog, use your core like a belt strap is lifting you up and back as you send the hips high. And then just slowly work into your stance. To help ease tension off your low back, if you need to take your step a little wider, go ahead. If you need to bend your knees, keep your heels high. You do you. Do what you need to do to feel real good here. Maybe you take your big toes on the mat, but the little toes off the mat, and you can bend your knees from here, that nice wide stretch, maybe even sway your hips and your heels side to side. Going to the left and right sides of your mat. Really pressing your palms down, spreading those fingers wide, getting the weight shifted back and up so your shoulder girdle doesn't take all the pressure and weight of the rest of your body here. Nice, and then bringing your feet back, hips width distance apart. If they were wider or closer in, bend your knees and walk your palms to the back of your mat towards your feet. We'll find ragdoll pose right here. So let your head be heavy. You can shake it yes or no or make figure eights. Go ahead and grab any bind you want. Maybe your knees are super bent. You can step it wider or closer in, of course, to suit your needs for what your practice is, where your body's at today. Meeting yourself where you need to be met. Sway if you want to sway. You can always take your fingers behind your head as well. Let the elbows hang. And let your head really hang heavy like a bowling ball. A little extra stretch for the back of the neck, the skull. Make sure you're still breathing. If you can, your Ujjayi breath here, even though it gets a little bit harder with gravity coming down into the sinuses. One more breath in. And on your exhale, nice long spine, palms to the ground. Then adjust your feet stance for wherever you want to be to rise up. And on your inhale, bent knees, round spine. Slowly rise up. Let your arms dangle, your chin stay tucked into your chest until you feel your legs straight at the top. The shoulders can roll forward and back a few times. When you're ready, go ahead and inhale your arms all the way up overhead. Palms can touch. Now notice if your chest is widening, if your ribs are widening, if your belly is pressing forward. All great things. Just knit the ribs in, snap your navel to spine, soften your shoulders. Tail between the heels, get a little taller. See if you can fire up your quads by lifting your kneecaps. Take a nice deep breath in, maybe lifting the ribs, separating them and rising them from the hips. An open mouth exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Maybe soften or close your eyes. Just invite you to set in an intention for your practice today. Whatever it might be, maybe something's been on your mind. Maybe it's a person, a place, or a thing. Like a Mad Libs, pick a noun. And today I was just inspired by a quote I read this morning. It was something about, though we don't need a whole bunch of people around us to support us or make us feel good. It's really just a couple of people that really matter to have in our lives without judgment. It's just maybe identifying a few people in your life, maybe even just one solid person. And it doesn't even have to be a person. It can be a fur babe. Something you can turn to, someone. Little kids have little baby blankies, whatever it might be that just can be a support for you in times of need. So whatever your intention is for today, let's take a nice deep breath in to just seal in that thought, that sentiment. Let's share an open mouth exhale breath, sigh it out. Just let that manifest out in the world. Nice, and gently release your palms by your side. And as you inhale, blink open your eyes, mountain pose, Tadasana. Maybe a little baby back bend right here. You can bring your palms together, keep them apart, lift your chest, look up. And on your exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down. Release your palms to blocks or earth, or let them hang. Maybe pedal it out a little bit, or grab behind your calves, deepen your stance if you need. Bend your knees as much as feels right for you. See, on your inhale, let's find our first halfway lift. Let's get nice and long, no matter if your arms are grounded, up on blocks or on your legs. Get long in the legs, slight bend in the knees. Get long in the arms, get long in the spine. Navel snaps up and back. Maybe you tuck your chin a little bit, like in tabletop pose, to really stretch through the neck. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, step back to your high plank, palms under shoulders, heels over toes. You can have knees down, or you can keep nice long legs up and back. And just see if you can soften your elbows a little bit and wrap the eyes of your elbows forward. I'm going to gesture to soften the shoulders and find the strength in the obliques. Stay for 4, 3, all the way to your belly in 2, and 1. Let's lower all the way down. Hug your elbows back. Your knees can come down first if you'd like, and then chin and chest. Feel free to untuck your toes, press your toes into the ground, exhale out all of your breath. And on an inhale, cobra pose. Lift your heart, gazes soft past the nose. Maybe you close your eyes. Little to no weight in your hands wherever you're at. Take one more breath in, maybe lift the heart a little bit. Lift your kneecaps up. And on your exhale, release. Palms by your shoulders. Inhale back to your high plank on knees or knees lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send the hips up and back. Take a nice deep breath in. Big breath out. Nice, friends. Inhale, soften your knees and look forward. On your exhale, walk, hop, or float to the top of your space. Halfway lift, breath in, long spine. Forward fold with your breath out to release. Inhale, rise up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Little back bend at the top if you want it, engage your glutes. And exhale, forward fold, dive down. Halfway lift, breath in, get long. High plank, breath out. First, Chaturanga Dandasana. As you inhale, shift your shoulders slightly forward of your wrist. As you exhale, lower just part way down. You can always have knees down or come all the way to the earth here. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Stretch through the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Once more, inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, dive in half. Tadasana, inhale. Little back bend at the top, take it if you want it. And exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. High to low plank, breath out, starting to really build that heat with your Chaturanga Dandasanas. Maybe you go through Cobra or stay in high plank or go straight to down dog. Inhale, up dog to lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice, friends. Take a deep breath in. Let a deep breath go. Inhale, soften your knees and look forward. Exhale, travel forward, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, breath, and forward fold to release. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana, scoop the earth with your palms, sit down and sit back. So your feet might be together with a sliver of space in between the heels, or you might step it out as wide as you need. And another variation here is to take a block and just squeeze it nice and tight in between the thighs. That'll give you that inner thigh igniting that you might need right here and right now. So sit back, squeeze the booty. Nice, I love the variations happening. Make sure the weight's in the heels. Can you shift your shins back in space just a little bit more from where you are? Maybe you even reach forward to counterbalance that weight. Nice, try to soften the shoulders, soften your gaze, soften your breath. Maybe your toes lift a little bit towards the shins. Can you sit down and back in space with the booty just a little more? Take one more breath in, one more breath out. One last inhale here, sit down a little more, and exhale, forward fold, release. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you have the block, maybe you play and travel back with the block, maybe take it out. Inhale, upward facing dog, letting the heart open up, soft shoulders, soft gaze. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, friends. Inhale your right heel to the sky, shifting the weight onto your left foot. Try to let your hips stay level. Now on your exhale, knee to nose, squeezing around, letting the shoulders shift forward over your wrists, long neck. Nice. Inhale your right leg to the sky. And exhale, low lunge, step between your palms. Amazing. Inhale, warrior two, back heel spins down. Go ahead and rise up and circle sweep the arms. And settle in, it's your first time here. Want the first front knee tracking over the front toes. Maybe you lengthen your stance a little bit. Maybe it's nice and short, wherever you're at, it's good. Try to reach those arms forward and back, unless if you're more comfortable with them at heart or at the hips. Just soften your gaze. Maybe you even tune out the world and close your eyes. Settle in, feel where your body is. Everything that's happening, where are you stretching and opening? Where is it tight? Let your heart open a little more as you lift the wings and stretch them apart. Nice. Settle into that lunge. Take a breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the torso forward, trying to keep the legs. And then reach the arms 6 and 12 o'clock. Now here you can always rest your front arm on your thigh. You can take those front fingers, maybe tented fingers to the ground. As long as your hips are staying nice and open, your ribs are staying stacked. Or you can use a block on top. Let's just go ahead and rest right there. Just feel some stretch. Try to soften your top shoulder out of your ear. Nice long neck. Last breath in. Last breath out. Now inhale, reverse your warrior, press through your front foot, try to lift yourself up and settle back into that lunge. Try to keep the knee tracking forward, stack over the ankle, and open your heart. Reach back, spread open the front ribs. Maybe you notice your hip crease open up. Check that your front knee is still tracking forward over your toes. Last breath in, maybe you reach and open a little more. Now your exhale, low lunge, plant your palms to frame your foot, lift your back heel. Make sure your hips are level here. Left palm is underneath your left shoulder. It's just a grounded twist. Lift your right palm to the sky, or you can take it to your sacrum. You want to start opening that shoulder a little bit. Just breathe here for a moment. You stay up and open. Notice if your back knee is tracking down, that's fine. You can always track it down to the ground. You want to keep those hips level. Just take one more breath in. And as you exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana, replant your palms, step your foot back, take it where you need to take it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side, shift the weight to your right foot, inhale your left leg to the sky. You can kick back through your heel, level your hips. And exhale, knee to nose, squeeze and round. Go ahead and get that cat round to your back, shoulders over your wrists. Nice, inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step between your palms. Inhale, warrior two, spin up and open up. So what about heel to arch alignment? Back heel is 90 degrees with that knife edge of your foot. It's okay to bring the back toes a little bit up if you need. Whatever feels right in your body. We're not all shaped the same. Our bone structure is different. Spread through the wings. The heart open, a little twist in the trunk, soften your gaze. See how your body feels. How is your breath? Are you heating up? Is your breath a little bit cardiovascularly up? Or are you pretty neutral? Just notice where you're at. Take one more deep breath in. Try to spread open through the chest. And exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward. TikTok your arms. And then lengthen the side body. The right side body gets nice and long here. Press the pinky toe down on your back foot. And really press your whole sole of your front foot down. You can feel your hamstring and quad light up. Make sure your ribs are stacked. Soften your shoulder from your ears. Notice again your breath, the sensations of your body. Are you holding pretty solid and still? Are you feeling shaky? Where are you feeling shaky? These are just points to notice, points that we work on and move through the more and more we hit our mat. One last breath in. One last breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior, pressing through that strong front foot, feeling the quad light up as you reach up and back. Open up your left ribs. Imagine some space happening. The breath flow through the filtration system of the intercostal muscles that lie between the ribs. Maybe you reach back just a little more. Still press down through that back heel, that back pinky toe side. Just breathe in one last deep breath. And exhale, low lunge, framing your foot. Grounded twist as you inhale, lift your left palm to the sky. Keep your back heel high over the toes. Try to keep the hips level. It's okay to bring the back knee down. Make sure your right palm is planted under your right shoulder. Your fingers are wide. And really press through the thumb and index finger side more than the pinky side, just to protect the wrist. You can make a fist as well, or press on a block. Level hips, try to draw your front knee in a little bit so it stays over the ankle. One more breath in. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, plant your palms, step your foot back, flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths right here for you. Pedal it out. If you want open mouth exhales, I get it. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let's flow one breath to one movement. Inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release, maybe taking that block in between your thighs again. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. As you exhale, sit a little bit deeper down and back. Take one more breath in, squeeze your block. Exhale, fold in half. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, high to low plank, chaturanga, with or without the block in between the thighs. Just a little fun, extra challenge sometimes if you want it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Get active as you kick back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Get round, round, round. Maybe you touch your chin or your knee. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Back heel pivots down. Inhale, warrior two, rise up, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge, left palm under your shoulder. Inhale, grounded twist, right palm up, level your hips high on the back toes. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg actively up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, round it out. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, warrior two, rise and open. Exhale, extended side angle, side body long. Inhale, reverse your warrior, open freely and breathe. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale your grounded twist, level floating hips. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale your cobra or your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, soften your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, hop, float forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release. Maybe you use your block one more time. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. A little change. Exhale, sit a little deeper. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your palms shoulder level. Squeeze the fingers together and squeeze your shoulders down your back. Now you can stay here actively squeezing the block, or maybe shimmy forward, lifting the heels. This is awkward chair. See it in Bikram yoga a lot. But you see it here as well. Try to see if you can squeeze the block, sit back, sit a little deeper, keep squeezing the shoulder blades into your back. Maybe you notice your body shake, maybe you're solid. Wherever you're at is amazing. Take a breath in. Can you sit a little deeper, breath out, squeezing the block if you are. Last inhale, exhale, heels down, release to your forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, breath, up dog, opening the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, actively sending the hips high. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, round and squeeze. Last time here. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, grounded twist. Pause here. We've got one add-on. Exhale, horizon lunge. So you'll rainbow this top palm to the back wall. You will roll both feet onto the pinky toe sides. Make sure your left palm is right under the shoulder. Weight into the thumb and index finger. And the front knee tracks forward with the toes. So your toes have shifted to the side of your mat. Then just lift the hips high and reach, reach, reach back. Reach back through your fingers like lasers. Lift the hips, pressing through that pinky toe side of both feet. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, swiveling it back, stepping it back through your high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome work, team. One more time. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, get round. Last time, best time. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And exhale, low lunge, step it through. Inhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana Dvi. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior, really pressing through the back heel. And exhale, low lunge. Inhale, grounded twist, right palm under the shoulder. And exhale, horizon lunge. Roll so you're shifting to the pinky toe side of both feet. Try to reach your arm up with the hips and then rainbow to the back of your mat. So your arm is parallel to the ground. Press actively through that lower palm and your feet to lift up a little higher with the hips. Let your shoulder open up so the shoulders stack heart is wide. Yeah, Jacob. Take one more breath in. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, swivel the feet back so you can step back out of that low lunge shape. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Cleaning your slate. Take them in and out as they come naturally. And taking that last breath in. Last breath out. On your next inhale, gently float down to your knees on the mat. Gently land and then send your sit bones down. Take a sip of water if you want. We're at our core. Still get you some belly up time. How's that? Right on, everybody. Nice work. So when you are ready, go ahead and lower yourself all the way to the ground on your back. And I will just walk you through it more than actively do it because of my baby things. All right, so when you're ready, you can take your legs up the wall, heels to the sky, and be active with the feet so you can flex your toes down towards your hip creases. Just notice if your knees are bent or if they just are kind of loosey-goosey floating around. Whatever you need is fine, but try to be as active as you feel comfortable with. And take your arms overhead, so reach your fingers behind you. Now, as you inhale, slowly lower both legs. I'm just going to do one for my demo. Lower them open to a hover best you can, keeping your hips level and just float to where you're comfortable. Try to keep your low back to the ground. Take that inhale, and then as you exhale, bring both feet back up. Reach your fingertips up towards your toes in a bit of a jackknife shape. And same thing as you inhale, lengthen your arms back down overhead. Hover your heel to where you feel comfortable but still engaged. And on your exhale, squeeze up, fingers to toes, meet it in the middle. Just like that. Inhale, open up. You can do one leg at a time or both legs together. And on the exhale, squeeze and lift, hovering your shoulders, your head, and your neck off the mat. Inhale, getting long, open up. Exhale, squeeze, meet in the middle. 4 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze at the top. 3 more, open up, breathe. And then meet it in the middle, breath out. Just 2 more times, open, get long, but stay engaged. Exhale, pull it in. 1 more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze in the middle. This time, keep your arms up. Inhale, lengthen your legs down to that hover. Reach your palms forward, and let's flutter kick those feet like swimmers. Swim and kick your feet. Hover your head, neck, and shoulders. Really squeeze your fingertips together and reach forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees to chest on 1. Lower it down. Squeeze them in. Maybe take them wide. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big full inhale. Big open mouth breath out. 1 more time with the flutter kicks, making them scissor legs. So take your arms overhead, heels up the wall, Flex and activate your feet. Inhale, lengthen those legs to that hover. And as you exhale, squeeze your arms up and then reach forward, look forward, hover the arms, and then scissor kick the feet. Scissor kick them, so left and right, one on top of the other, and then switch it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and when you're done, release, take your body long or hug your knees in, whatever feels better. Whoo, big old breath in. Open mouth, release some of that heat. And take one more like that, fill up. Open mouth, let it release. Nice job, y'all. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Give that squeeze and congratulatory love. You've made it through. Grab behind your thighs and either rock and roll a few times, cross your ankles, hide a little plank, or let the knees drift off to the side. Support yourself up and make your way, hide a little plank. But you know the deal here is where we rest in up dog pretty much with the legs down. Give yourself some core stretch time. Look over your shoulders. I'm quite immobile at the moment, but you take it to where you need to take it. Just a couple more rounds of breath, and then when you're ready, downward facing dog is an excellent place to meet up. Just find a couple breaths there. We'll get going in just a second. Pedaling it out if you need, feet wide or feet in the middle, whatever feels right. Spreading the fingers wide so the shoulder girdle isn't handling all the weight. Out one more big full cycle of breath in and out. Whew. All right. Inhale, soften your knees, look towards the top of your space. And on your exhale, walk, hop or float forward, top of your mat. Halfway lift, breath in. And forward fold with that release. Inhale, chair, Utkatasana. With or without your block, up to you. Settle in. Just try to shimmy the weight back. If you need to, it often is helpful to counter out that balance with the palms forward. Just make sure they're stuck into the back rather than splayed out and hunched back. Nice. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And on your inhale, leaning forward, keeping the hips low and the heart higher, but just hinge forward. And on your exhale, it's prayer twist over to the right, left elbow to the outer right thigh. And actively press those palms together, elbows stacked, or front palm to thigh, back palm to sacrum. You got it. Keep the knees so they are leveled out. We don't want one knee forward and one back. Try to squeeze together. That's where the block really helps come in there. So long spine, inhale. With your exhale, just twisting, keeping the hips level, twist from the navel. One more breath in to lengthen your spine. And one more breath out to really twist. Now with the palms pressed together, wherever you're at, gently look down at your feet, shift the weight into your right foot, lift your left heel, or squeeze your knees together and fly that heel up. Take a breath in, your one leg chair. Now on your breath out, step it back, gently land to your revolved crescent lunge. Set up your stance, your back heel's high, your hips are level, front knee over your ankle. Get long in your spine, breathe, and twist with your exhale breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Last breath in, and exhale, runner's lunge, release your palms down, and then step your right foot to the outer upper edge of your mat, palms under your shoulders. You can stay up on the palms, make fists with the palms, use blocks if you'd like, or maybe lower down to forearms. Option to keep the back leg up and active, or release your knee gently to the mat. Settle in with that nice stretch on the left groin. Trying to let the heart feel open, but then relax your neck, chin towards the chest. Maybe nothing to see or do here. So you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Maybe seal your lips. Finding a steady rhythm of breath. And a fulfilling fullness to that breath, letting it be fully entering the body, filling up expansion, and also fully exiting the body as you exhale. About one more cycle of breath in and out. Blinking the eyes back open. Slowly rise up to your palms if you were lowered to forearms, maybe removing the blocks if you had them. From here, side plank, left palm comes slightly forward from directly under the shoulders, so about a couple inches forward. Roll your left heel back and gently step that right foot back to stack or bring your bottom knee down. Got all the options. For some fun, maybe you lift and hover that back leg, flex your toes, really fire up the right glute to lift and hover. Make sure the hips are stacked and level and really lift them high. Maybe you grab that knee in towards your chest, bring your palm through the inner thigh, do a big toe grab, peace fingers to big toe, and gently re-extend your foot up towards the sky. That's an option if you want to take it. Hips are high, holding for 4, 3, 2, and gently step your foot forward if you can, holding onto the foot to your low lunge. And from here, high to low plank, chaturanga, dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find one nice deep breath in and out. Inhale, soften your knees, looking forward. Exhale, forward fold at the top of your space, walk, hop, float. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. And forward fold to release. Inhale, chair, utkatasana. Sitting down and back, maybe the toes lift up towards the shins to sit a little deeper. Feel the booty squeeze as you hug your inner thighs and press the heels in. One last breath in. Exhale, hands coming to your heart. Inhale, lengthen forward. You keep the heart higher than the hips. And on your exhale, twisting over to the left for your prayer twist. Once again, either stacking elbows with palms pressing together or one palm to outer thigh and back palm to sacrum. Knees together, toes can float, weight is in the heels, breath in to lengthen and open the heart, lengthen the spine. Breath out to twist and ring. Inhale, lengthen, feel the inner thighs hug. And exhale, twist and ring it out. Nice. Now with your inhale, look down, shift the weight to your left foot. You can exhale to lift your right heel. Maybe you lift and float the whole right foot as you hug the inner thighs, breath in. And gently step back, exhale to your crescent lunge, high on the back heel, twisting open to the left. Readjust with your stance as you need it, either palms together or touching the sacrum and outer thigh. Hips are level, pull the right hip forward, left hip back to line them up. Get long in your spine, breathe in like you can feel the breath pulling from tail to crown. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Your next inhale, look down at your front foot. And as you exhale, runner's lunge, release your palms down. Take your left foot to the outer upper edge of your mat, palms right underneath your shoulders. Back knee can stay elevated or floated down. Same thing here, friends. You can stay upright. Maybe you come to fists, soften your heart. Maybe you lower to forearms or blocks. Wherever you're at is just fine. Trying to draw your knee in so it stays in that same alignment tracking space as your ankle, or you can let it roll out. Up to you to open up space a little more. Maybe you untuck your back toes, really let that right groin and hip flexor get a little more opening, a little more stretch. Seal your lips, soften your eyes. Maybe you can let go and let your chin roll down towards your chest. Full breath. Finding another inhale to fill up, widen, expand laterally. And another nice deep exhale. Can you just sink into it? And as you're ready, blinking your eyes open, rising back up to your palms, planting the sole of your front foot. Lift the back knee if it was down. Now your right palm's under your shoulder, awesome. Now take it about 1 inch or 2 forward, just straight forward. And then side plank, roll your right heel down, step your left foot back to stack. You can always bring that back bottom knee down right under the hip if you'd like. Maybe you flow and lift your left leg and hover, real active here. Send your hips high, try to stack them up. And if you'd like to, for big toe grab, hug your top knee in towards your chest, left palm through the inner thigh, grab your left big toes. Take a breath in, lift the hips. As you exhale, kick your heel to the sky. Let the thighs, the legs open up, stack the hips. One last breath in. And try to keep that grab as you step to low lunge. And then Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. Step your foot down, and then step it all the way back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Nice, friends. Inhale, soften your knees and look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, release. Inhale, chair Utkatasana. Here we are again. Sit deep. And then eagle on the right. Wrap your right elbow under your left. And you can either touch the backs of your palms or double wrap so your palms touch. Step your right foot up and over the left. Let it fly. Kickstand it on the ground or a block, or maybe tuck it behind you. You can also do this shape right up against a wall. You're gonna try to sit down and back with level hips best you can. You can either squeeze the elbows into the body, or you can lengthen the elbows up shoulder height and draw the forearms forward. Get some space and that roundedness in between the shoulder blades. The rhomboids get to open. Try to sit a little deeper. Find your focal point. Squeeze the inner thighs on one another. Get long in your spine. Try to sit back and space a little bit. One more breath in. Use that exhale to sit just a little deeper. A one-leg mountain on your inhale, slowly seem to unwind, lifting the right knee in line with your hip. Nice. And from here, to exhale, if you would like, kick your heel forward. Try to lift the toes. Keep the hips level. We're just going to do this a couple more times. So inhale to bend your knee. Exhale to kick your toes a little higher. Use your core to lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, kick. Just twice more. Lower, breathe. Exhale, kick your, stomp your foot forward. Last one, lower, breathe. Exhale, kick, 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 kick. Nice. Now tree pose when you're ready. Hands can come to your heart. See if you can just open up that thigh and plant it. Maybe you grab it, set it up. Foot can be kickstanded on the ground as well, whatever you need. Nice. And stand rooted nice and tall. Try to bring that tailbone down, drawing down the inseam of the legs. Navel to spine, and then maybe you want to grow branches. Maybe you keep them at your heart. Find your focal point, or close one or both eyes and really challenge your balance. Just keep tuning back in with your breath as well. Full equal breaths in as well as out. And see if you can open your heart. Find that space again in between your ribs and the hips, while being so strong and contracted with your balance and your focus. It's one more cycle of breath in and out. And then branches, slowly make your way back to your heart. And as you inhale, draw your knee forward, but we're not done yet. So hover that knee in space. Take your palm through the inner thigh, big toe grab. You can also use a strap here. And maybe you stay, maybe you extend your heel forward and stay. Maybe you open it up and just hang out for a moment. Feel the openness, notice the shakiness. Find your breath, try to stand tall. Tuck your chin just a little, get that extra stretch through the back of your neck. Can you open up a little bit more or kick a little bit more through the heel to get the hamstring a little bit more stretch? Last breath in and last breath out. Slowly rebending your knee, floating it forward. One leg mountain breath in. Hands to heart, 2 feet down, breath out. Amazing job. Inhale, sweep the arms down, around, and up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Now finding gorilla pose. From here, take your feet wide as you want. And then either lift the feet up, slide the palms face up underneath, or you can again do another big toe grab if that feels better. Knees can bend as much as you want. Take an inhale breath and try to get as straight best you can in the legs, the arms, and the back, tucking the chin. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows wide and fold in half even more, pulling torso to thighs. Rebending in the knees if you need to do that. Go there if you need to go there. Just a couple breaths, soften the neck so your head can hang heavy. Maybe figure eights or nod your head no and yes. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Then release your feet, your hands free. And either find your stance again with big toes to touch or your feet hips width apart. Inhale right back into your chair pose from here. And as you exhale, just settling in, getting a little bit deeper, sitting back a little bit farther. Eagle on the left this time, left elbow under the right, backs of palms touch, or wrap it so palms touch one another. Weight shifts to your right foot, left foot steps up and over. Kickstand or fly or tuck it, and then level the hips and sit back into this one leg chair. You can squeeze the elbows to the body or hover the elbows to shoulder level and lengthen forearms forward. Make sure your chin stays parallel to the ground so you get that stretch in your neck. Sit deeper, sit back, long spine. Try to get that straight chair back. Take a breath in and really squeeze the inner thighs. Sit a little deeper, breath out. Last inhale. Squeeze and sit a little deeper, last exhale. One leg mountain on your inhale, unwrap the arms, straight legs. And as you exhale, kick your heel forward. Try to lift the toes with the hips nice and level. Here we are, just a few more times. Inhale to bend your leg, keep the knee lifted, hip height. Exhale, kick your active heel forward. Inhale, bend. Exhale, kick. You'll feel this in your quads later. Inhale, lower. Exhale, kick, toes high. Take one more of these. Bend, breathe in. And exhale, kick. Tree pose from here. You can go ahead and grow branches or hands to heart and land and open up your leg. Kickstand, calf, or picked up into the thigh. And remember that equal pressure in between the thigh and the sole of foot, or the calf and sole of foot, wherever you're at. Then go ahead and find branches if you'd like to grow them. Something same, something different. Focal point, check back in with your breath. It's like finding liberation. Can you slow down the breathing? But can you deepen that breath by widening your ribs? Standing tall, soften the shoulders. Maybe you close one or both eyes again. Whatever you need. And check back in with your intention you set today. Who is your person? The thought or the item surrounding you. Comfort. Take one last deep filling breath in. And stay solid and strong and tall with that breath out. And gently bring your branches back to heart center. Slowly inhale to float your knee forward. Hold it in space. Taking your left arm through the inner thigh, grab your big toes, breath in. And as you exhale, kick your heel forward. You might not get a straight leg. It might be quite bent. We're working on opening the hamstring, the hips. You can stay here, or maybe you start to open up. You can use a wall as a prop. That's my favorite. You fly and open a little more, take your gaze to the side or keep it forward wherever you're comfortable. Find an inhale. And stay solid here, exhale. Last breath in. Last breath out. And slowly pull it all back together. Inhale, bending the knee. Find one leg mountain one last time. And exhale, 2 feet to the ground, hands to your heart. Maybe you close your eyes. Take one full, liberating, deep breath in. Big breath out, acknowledging your practice today. Open your eyes, inhale, Tadasana, breathe. Now maybe that back bend at the top. Exhale, forward, fold, release. Halfway lift, inhale. Last Chaturanga Dandasana as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take what you need, 3 breaths. Big filling breaths in. Maybe you release some heat, open mouth, side out. One last inhale here. Exhale to release, let it go. Nice, on your inhale, come down to your knees and then your sit bones. And swivel your heels out in front of you, finding your breath. I'm gonna stretch it out, seated figure 4. Starting with your right ankle over your left thigh. So left leg is active, toes to sky. Just stack that right knee over. You can stay right here if that's comfortable for you. Or feel free to plant the sole of your foot or heel. Maybe even support yourself behind you with your fingers facing forward, letting your heart open. But keep an active flexed ankle on that right leg. So you can imagine drawing maybe to deepen your left thigh closer towards your torso, and even acknowledging your right knee going forward to open up that hip a little bit more. The outer right hip. You can sit up if you'd like and thread the needle through the legs, grabbing your hamstring on the left side or the shin. Or maybe you take your arms and kind of bear hug your upper right leg, locking the fingers if that's something that feels good and accessible. And lastly, checking in that your back feels long rather than rounded and hunched. All the way through the crown. So drop your chin just slightly. Couple more breaths. One more round of breath. And slowly blink open your eyes. You can replant your palms if you would like. If it's accessible for you, take that left heel and drop it so that the knee lowers to the ground and your heel comes towards your right hip and both feet are grounded. Maybe the right leg stays kind of stacked, or if it feels accessible, plant the sole of foot and press the big toe down, preparing for a seated twist. Sit bones grounded, breath in. And on your exhale, go ahead and twist over to that right side. I'm not mirroring at this point, so it will look opposite. You can grab around the knee or take the arm to the outer thigh with the palm flying open. And we want to twist from the navel again and the ribs so the hips actually stay level. Breathe in to get that space, that length, and then breathe out to create the twist. One more inhale, get tall, and one more breath out to twist. Inhale, slowly unwind. Now on your exhale, you can straighten both legs out, just shake them out momentarily so we can go to the other side. Taking your left ankle over your right thigh, same thing, you can stay right here. Or you can draw your knee and thigh closer, maybe support yourself, open the heart, or thread the needle, or give that little cradle squeeze. Long spine, actively flex the left ankle to protect the left knee. Find your breath. Soften your eyes. Sit bones rooted. And rise up a little taller. One more full, slow, full cycle of breath. Gently blink open your eyes. Then slowly draw the left heel closer towards the body, allowing the knee and thigh to greet the ground. And then either stay with the left leg on top like this or plant it. Maybe you plant it on the inside or the outside. I forgot to give you the option to re-straighten that bottom leg if that felt more accessible. On the other side, keep the hips grounded. Press your big toe down. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, twist over to the left. Sit bones stay level, then forward. Twist from the navel and at the ribs. Breathe in, get long. Breathe out, twist. Last breath in for height and length. Last breath out to twist and ring. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, gently lengthen both of your legs forward. We'll find a seated forward fold from here. So really reach the heels forward, lift and flex the ankle toes to the sky. Sit bones nice and grounded, tall spine. Find mountain pose arms with your breath in. Stay active right here. Stay long and engaged. Breath out, just fold and hover in space. Find some engaged lengthening and then release your palms to wherever they want to go to grab. Avoid overstretching your hamstrings if you can here. Keep a soft bend in the knees, though you're active through the feet and the ankles. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, long spine, breathe in. Hinge at your hips, breathe out, folding deeper. 2 more breaths like that. Lengthen and hinge. Last one, lengthen and hinge. And on your inhale, supported, long engaged, come all the way back up. Maybe your arms are still up. And then exhale, releasing, shaking it out. And we're gonna lower to our backs from here. Slowly lower all the way down. Maybe you round the back. Take it however it needs to happen for you to get down safely. Nice, and then hug your knees into your chest from here. Tee your arms out wide. And supine twist, gently just releasing both knees stacked over to the left as best you can. Maybe you put a block in between your thighs. That might help with low backs. Might help with any belly issues. Keep your gaze at the sky or look to your right. And soften your eyes. Keep your chin away from your chest, away from your shoulder, like there's a grapefruit or a softball in between the two. I'm just finding one more breath in and out. And as you inhale, draw your knees back through center. Maybe squeeze them back into your chest. Try to keep the arms lengthened out to the sides or full posted out. And as you exhale, release your knees to the right side this time. Same thing, look up or to the left. Try to let your hips stack. Situate yourself to where you're comfortable. Heart is open, full breaths in and out. About one more round of breath. Next, inhale, draw the knees through center. Find your happy baby. Long spine, hips and shoulders in the ground. You can ground thighs if that feels best, or go through the inner thighs. Maybe you even try on your big toe grab again today, whatever you need to do. You can gently sway side to side, a little rocking motion. Kick through your heels, whatever you need. Start to soften the front of your body, the heart, the chest, the abdominals, your face, part your teeth, soften your jaw. Maybe smile, lifting the sides, the corners of your mouth. And when you're ready, just pulling it all back together, a gentle ball in the middle. Give yourself a little squeeze, maybe reach your chin, nose, or head up towards your knees. That little bit of self-love. Have some gratitude here for your practice, your health, meeting yourself where you are at. And then Shavasana when you're ready. Release everything. It's the end of the physical practice. So get soft. Shoulders down your back, palms to the sky, or bring a hand to heart and a hand to stomach, whatever you might be seeking today. Come back to the breath. Let your belly rise towards the sky, the ceiling as you breathe in. Let your sides widen. The ribs separate, the filter system kick on. And then as you exhale, just let everything softening heavy towards the earth. Few moments here. It is where we leave our bodies heavy and the physical practice behind. We can start to float out above, out of the mind. Start to witness yourselves and the world around you from a heart space. Truly feeling from the heart. When we can be honest and meet ourselves where we're at, that is where we begin to really grow. And finding deep breath and pulling awareness back in against the body. Just take a deep breath in together. Really let your belly press up, your side bodies expand. Fill up to capacity. Open mouth, sigh it out. You're ready to start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe blink open your eyes, open and close a few times. Maybe wriggle your nose, open and close your mouth. If you're ready, you can take a big good morning stretch if you'd like. Lengthen your arms and legs forward and back. Hug your knees into your chest one last time, that little squeeze, a little compassion and love for yourself and others. And gently rock off to your favorite side. Maybe bicep becomes a pillow. Let your eyes be heavy. Support yourself up slowly, lazily to that comfortable seat. Whatever a comfortable seat means to you, you can let your legs be wide. Maybe it's crisscross applesauce or lotus pose, something where you just feel like it's natural. Shoulders heavy down your back. If you'd like to join me with hands at heart, I invite you to join me and meet me there. And it's from the heart space where we grow and where we can find our truths of how we are, what we think, and how we feel. And that's just solo, and that's with every single other interaction we have every single day, every single breath. So filling from my heart, I am filled with gratitude and joy to have been here today. And I appreciate your time and your heartfelt presence. Thank you again. Namaste.